Hey, Miles, Todd, Torrance, Dunham on this week's Inferno. Miles, you ditched your friends at the panel to come up here with me.
I thought I deserved an upgrade. I was doing a lot more than that Trevor or Madison girl you never see. So I gave myself the upgrade.
Now, Miles, I'm speaking for all the fans when we can't go a week without you drawing something, so I brought you a present. Oh, you're welcome.
Bae, Mom, I know you're watching, so please take notes. I want a really big whiteboard for Christmas. Thanks for tuning in to The Inferno.
The Inferno's burning on this Friday in November. Miles, Todd, Torrance, Dunham are your hosts for this week's show.
Then joining us on the panel, we have Anthony. Oh, wait, no. It's Ben Jacobs, Madeline Hyman, and finally another dark skin member, Kaylin Jones.
Miles, you're my Crabtree.
It was a big win for ASU, and we saw a big loss by Auburn, which sent shockwaves across the top 4 playoff rankings. Miles, how close has Arizona State come? And who's taken Auburn's spot after the loss to A&M?
Well, you know, the playoff rankings are finally out, so let's take a look at them, yeah? Yeah. At number 1, who else but Mississippi State with the undefeated 9-0 record. Then we got the Oregon Ducks at 9-1. Florida State's also undefeated, but a little bit weaker schedule, so they're number 3. Then it's TCU Horned Frogs at 8-1. Remember 8-1 later, by the way. Then you got Alabama also at 8-1. You got Arizona State at number 6 at 8-1. Baylor Bears at number 7 with 8-1. Then you got Ohio State at number 8 with 8-1. Then you have Auburn at 8-1. Just kidding, they're 7-2 at number 9. And to round out the top 10, you have Ole Miss at 8-2. Not 1, just 2. All right, Torrance, that's it for the playoff rankings. What you got?
All right, so what a weekend in college football, Miles.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
If you missed it, don't worry. The panel's got your back. Panel, what happened on Showdown Weekend?
Well, guys, don't know if you saw it, read about it, yacked about it, or shmoneyed about it, but ASU last week was ranked 9th in the country, and they absolutely ran the show against number 10 Notre Dame, winning by a final score of 55-31. Now, there was a hiccup or two along the way. However, the Sun Devils were able to fend off the Fighting Irish in the end. Let's take a look. The Sun Devils scored the first touchdown of the game late in the first as out of the slot, Jalen Strong makes the impressive one-handed snag, sparking a 34-0 run for ASU. However, the Irish would jump back into the game in the third, scoring 28 unanswered points of their own. But just when it seemed like the Irish would have their deficit cleansed and washed away, ASU was able to pull away as Lloyd Carrington returns a big 58 yards to give the Devils a 41-31 lead. Would go on to win, and Toddy Golden Teddy Grahams helps his team earn its first win against an AP top 10 opponent since 2006.
Yeah, holy moly, what a weekend it was in college football. We had U of A at Colorado, and it was amazing. Yeah. And we had Stefan Lufau, who finds a wide open wide receiver in field and takes it all the way for a touchdown. Colorado leads 7-0 for most of the first quarter until the Wildcat defense steps up in the form of a fumble. And you'll see that right up here. And Bondurant takes it to the house, and this ties the game at 7-7, and he just keeps running. No one even was close to him. And then in the fourth quarter, a strike from Solomon to Grant, and the University of Arizona win this game 38-20, and they would improve to 7-2 and stay relevant in the Pac-12 South.
Wow, those Cats. All right, now we got Oregon versus Utah. I don't have a highlight for you as much as I have a highlight, but there's a lot going on. Here we have got the first play of their second drive as Utah is already up. Travis Wilson drops back 3rd and 5 and finds Kalen Clay down the field for what has to be a Big Ten top 10 play. But Clay dropped it on the one that would have been a 79-yard touchdown reception. Oregon goes 0-100 real quick, and what would have been 14-0 Utes becomes 7-all. That's going to be Clay's butt fumble. If he ever makes it to the NFL or works at Kinko's, it's going to come up. Now, Oregon would pull away for the rest of the game. Marcus Mariota would throw 3 touchdown passes, run for 1 more, and the Ducks would clinch the Pac-12 North title with a win at the
That was a
Utah.
really close race in the Pac-12 North.
Oh, yeah. It's been decided a long time ago. Those Beavers and Washington State Cougars really put up a big fight. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of standings, let's give them to you. First off, let's take a look at the Pac-12 South. Leading the charge is the ASU Sun Devils, who have won 5 straight games and sit in the driver's seat to win the South. Right behind UCLA, USC, and Arizona, who are still in the hunt. Utah's sinking quickly, and Miles, let's be honest, Colorado's been out for a while.
Hey. Colorado's my title favorite, all right?
Let's switch over to the north.
Don't count them out.
Last week, Oregon picked up a win against Utah to clinch the division, a surprising division this year, as the teams like Stanford and Washington have severely underperformed to predictions. On the upside, Miles, Cal's only one game away from being bowl eligible for the first time since 2011. They have to beat Stanford next week or BYU the week after, though, after the loss to USC on Thursday night.
You know, it would be cool to see Cal pull it out and get into the bowl game. And you know what? It's time for pick'ems. You know, it's pick'ems.
Oh.
All right, panel, you know the drill, so let's get started. You got the Utes, you got the Cardinal. Who's going to get the W for this one?
Yeah, with Utah playing on the road and Stanford playing good at home, Stanford's going to want to come out of this bye week with a win. So I have to go the Stanford Cardinal.
I'm going to have to go against you. I'm going to go with the Utes, mainly because Utah has only lost this year to ranked teams. Stanford isn't ranked. Let's go Utes.
Gonna go with the mind over matter quote here. We're gonna go with the Stanford Cardinal. And quick question for our producers: when are we gonna get the budgeting for headdresses? When's that gonna happen?
All right, the underperforming Huskies with a win against Cal being their biggest win this year,
Oh, yeah.
honestly. Coming to Tucson sporting a 2-4 record in the last 6 games. Meanwhile, the Wildcats are a team who have gone above expectations this year, beating a team like Oregon for the second straight year. Unbelievable.
That was pretty incredible.
It was. This is a crucial game for the Wildcats as the end of the season looms. Will there be an upset?
I don't see there being I feel like the Wildcats are still fighting for relevance in the Pac-12 South.
Same.
And so I have to go with our neighbors to the south in U of A.
Oh, man, you made their A big. I made their A really little.
Oh.
See? But I'm going to have to agree with you. U of A does, I think that they're going to end up pulling out the win against Washington. Washington's secondary is depleted with the loss of Marcus Peters, who is a top NFL draft prospect. And Anu Solomon is throwing the ball really well. He's 10th in the country. So I'm going to take the Wildcats in this one.
The Dogs do feature, I'm going to take the Dogs this weekend, and they do feature 2 other first-round draft picks, Danny Shelton and Shaq Thompson. I do think for the Puyallup Vikings, I do think the Dogs will pull this one out down in the dirty
That looks like
south.
an elephant.
It is
okay.
It is a Husky.
It wasn't as bad as a Miles pick, though, so it's okay.
Ben, I'm loving your drawings.
Oh.
Kaylin, Madeline, why don't you step it up, all right? Let's see some creativity over there.
All right, you'll have one last chance. For the final pick'em this week, Arizona State travels to cold Corvallis, Oregon for a matchup with the Oregon State Beavers. Coming off one of the most impressive wins in program history, the Devils are flying high. However, Oregon State has been a team to score a boatload of points this year with at least 21 points each week. Is this a possible trap game for ASU?
I think Kayla and I both agree, no. Though temperatures approaching freezing and game time at 8:45 Arizona time, I have the Sun Devils coming out victorious.
I have to agree with you. Sun Devils are on a 5-game winning streak. Oregon has lost 4 straight games.
I have to go.
Go Devils.
Go Beavs! This is a trap game for ASU, as they iterated, and the Mike Riley Oregon State Beavers always pull an upset every year. They knocked off 2 #1 ranked USC Trojan teams back in the Pete Carroll era. So I'm gonna have to go with the Beavers in Corvegas this weekend.
Like a piranha.
It's a beaver.
Great minds think alike, and it looks like terrible drawings think alike as well. So currently, I'm Team Ben. Anyway, that's it for the Inferno. He's Torrance Dunham. I'm Johnny Soto.
No, I'm Johnny Soto.
No, I'm Johnny Soto.
I'm Johnny Soto.
Well then, I'm Miles Todd, and on behalf of the panel, the production crew, thank you for joining us here on the Inferno.